so humid already. He's kind of cute though.
Yeah, watch.
Okay. I also kind of wish I would. Oh, and she lays out her clothes the night before. Who is she? Fast forwarded to 10 years later, guess what she did? She stayed with him. Yeah. Maybe for you. That's a little overambitious for me personally, but I believe in you. Okay, it's about 8:30. First thing I've noticed being off my phone is that I'm not stressed about time. I know that it's 8:30 because I asked. Feels good. I did miss my music and my podcast though. Good morning. I just got to therapy. I'm so excited. Good morning. I just got home. I had the most amazing session. I missed my therapist so much. Sir. Don't mind him, he's very upset because my partner just left for work. I haven't seen her in a couple months because I've been in treatment. It's a lot of administrative insurance stuff, but basically for insurance purposes, you can't see more than one therapist at a time, at least in my case, with my coverage. So I haven't been able to see her because I've been doing more extensive work with another practice. Obviously, I've loved the staff at the place that I've been being treated at, but sir, can I speak? He will be back later, I promise. I know. Obviously, I'm so grateful for all of the clinicians and psychiatrists and therapists and everybody who helped me at the practice that I was being seen at these past couple months, but there is nothing that hits like your outpatient therapist that you see every week, that knows all the tea, that knows everything about you. So I missed her so much, and on my way out she was like, can I give you a hug? And I was like, yeah, please. It was really special because by the time I post this, I probably won't have posted my mental health kind of mini personal docu-series that I made. I don't know if I ever will, but the day that I was sent to treatment, my therapist actually held my hand, walked me to my car, saw me get in my car and drive off, texted me instructions, was with me every single step of the way. She's seen it all. I can't say how grateful I am, one, to have access to mental health care, but also to have had such good luck with finding psychiatrists and therapists that I'm compatible with, because for so many people, it takes so many years of trial and error to the point where it makes them so discouraged that they just stop altogether. So yeah, feeling grateful, feeling good, excited to see her again. I do have quite a few things that I need to do on my phone, a lot of calls I need to make, speaking of insurance, just a lot of adult things, but I'm gonna push that for a couple hours from now so that I can continue having a leisurely little phone-free morning. It's been good so far. I mean, I feel like this is something that I've done quite a lot, but I've never thought to make a video of it. A couple things that it's affected throughout my morning routine that I guess I technically could have made workarounds for were podcasts, music while I get ready, and also my morning meditation. All of those things I need access to my Spotify and my YouTube for. I technically could have just like said, hey Google, play me a meditation, but it doesn't hit the same. It's not the one I like, you know? Anyways, let's make some breakfast. Actually, I've mentioned in previous vlogs that a little positive reinforcement I've used, if you will, is after every session, I will typically go to Whole Foods and get myself my favorite breakfast bar. And it was so cute when I got in the car. My partner had it sitting on my seat waiting for me. Here she is, I'm so excited. It's the raspberry oat bar from Whole Foods. She is beautiful, she is perfect, she is amazing. I think I'm gonna make my current hyperfixation meal and show you how I do that. It's really simple. It's honestly like ridiculously simple, but I've been obsessed with it. Before we do that though, let's get some tunes going. Let's get the music flowing in here. So you're only gonna need a few things. All of these things I get from Aldi's, but you can get them from anywhere. I just really like these ones. So I get the vanilla protein yogurt cups. I do the oats, honey, and almond whole grain crunchy granola. It has to be this one. They sell several kinds. This one, okay? So good. Any kind of honey, really. And then raspberries or blackberries, or you can mix them. Let's work some magic, shall we? I'm hacking the system. She is still technically phone free. Hey Google.
Halo by Cage the Elephant. Sure. Playing on Spotify.
You know when a song gets recovered from your memory and you just cannot stop playing it again? Like you become obsessed with it again and cannot stop listening to it? That's me right now with this song, and honestly with this entire album. But also like this is one of my comfort albums. I could listen to this album anytime, any place. It brings me so much joy. I feel like that's a pretty general consensus. Cage the Elephant is that for a lot of people. Anyways, here we go. Okay, so this is step one. You want to do granola on the bottom, and then you want to do your yogurt, and then do another layer of granola on the top, like this. Ta-da! Now let's do berries. I think I'm gonna do blackberries. Oh gosh. You know, shame on me, because I know that you're just using me, and I let you. Eddie, here, take it. You beg for them, and then you don't even want them. Okay, I'm gonna give it to your sister, Roxy. Snooze, you lose. And lastly, we do the honey. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And there she is, folks. Okay, and then as far as my coffee goes, it's pretty simple. It never really changes anymore. Once I found what I liked, I was like married to it. So this is Cafe Bustelo. I brew it like once a week on Sundays typically, and wait for it to cool down and then just refrigerate it. So it's iced coffee and it's super strong. I love it. This is also the only creamer I use these days. It's oat milk, brown sugar, plant-based creamer, which I have shown many a time before on my channel. I just grabbed myself a little cup. No, I am not a Slytherin house. Thank you very much. Put a little glass straw in there. Amazon is a major corporate conglomerate that we do not love, but these straws slap. Like, they're really onto something here, okay? So I put one of my little straws in, just pour the coffee. Can she do this without spilling? Yes, she can. And then I froth my creamer in this little jar that I thrifted a couple vlogs back. Pour it over like so, so it's nice and fluffy. Oh, she's beautiful. Okay, cheers. Let's go nourish our bodies. You can eat with me. Let's eat together. Let's do this together. It really is the small wins when you're mentally ill. So anyway, bye. Love. Maddie Dragsbeck, if there's any universe in which you know I exist, I'm obsessed with you. You're cute. Hi. Breakfast has been consumed. It is now time to consume these babies. And today I'm switching it up because I'm taking it with water in a shot glass. I got this idea from Reese Reagan. She talked about how she does this because if she has to take meds, she's at least gonna make it fun. And I was like, I love everything about that. Hold that thought. Yeah! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Speaking of Reese, I'm saying this like I know her on a first name basis, but it's just, that's her name. I love the content that I hate that word. I love the videos, the little creations that she puts out into the world. I think she talks about mental health in such a refreshing, realistic, and helpful way. She adds a lot to that space that I can personally say has helped me a lot and has made me feel more comfortable sharing a lot of my mental health journey on the internet. I love her. I would be her friend. And she's a dog mom and a cat mom recently, period. Let's be friends. Reese, if there's any world in which you know I exist, please, let's be friends. I'll come to Pittsburgh. Speaking of which, let's talk about YouTubers that I've just been obsessed with recently. Let's do that. I am a little biased. However, I am really obsessed with my subscription box. Okay, let's talk about my recent favorites. So definitely Maddie Dragsbeck. I hope that's how you say her name, Dragsbeck? I think so. She makes a lot of social commentary content, adds a lot to the conversation surrounding fat phobia, sex, relationships, platonic intimacy, confidence, being a human in the world who identifies as female. She is just such a liberating person to watch and I enjoy her a lot. Ooh, ever since November-ish of last year, I've been obsessed with Meg Hughes. She's a relatively small channel that is based in Ireland. She's a film student. She has the cutest style and the best editing style. Her videos just completely teleport me out of my mind and into her life, and I will take any excuse to watch somebody who lives abroad. Period. Always. I have a list on my phone which would come in handy right now, but I can't think off the top of my head. Now let's get into more long-term people that I've kind of just always loved. Lynn Trong, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Oh my gosh, she hit 1 million this past year, as she should. She has always made the most intricate videos, the color grading, the editing, the music, the graphics. The stop motion, I mean, the animation is just insane. I remember one time a couple years ago, she made an intro to one of her videos that was like a Mario Kart opening. Sounds, graphics, opening page, everything. It was insane. She is so creative and so intelligent. She talks a lot about being the eldest daughter in an immigrant family, specifically in an Asian immigrant family. She talks very openly about sex and relationships and gender and academia and living in a patriarchal society, as we do. I also love Colleen Diaz. If you have subscribed to her since like the OG 2010 days, you know that her content has changed so much, but it has become so insanely creative and so inspiring. Every single time she puts something out, I'm like, this is a production. I need to sit down, watch it, soak it all in. She's also really amazing with the color grading. She has the best fonts all the time. She just has it like a drip to her. She could do anything and make it look cool. She could play the most ridiculous song in one of her Drive With Me's and I'd be like, that actually slaps. That's actually a banger. I was wrong. She is so cool. And I'm living vicariously through her now that she lives in London. I'm so happy for her. I definitely think she's gonna have this super creatively successful life and I can't wait to see it. Who else? Who else? I love Hitomi. I feel like everyone loves Hitomi. I love Leah's Field Notes. I love, who else? Oh, Moya, of course, Moya. This is actually really random and nothing like any of the names that I just dropped, but Alexa Ray, she's like a really niche book talk YouTuber. I don't know what it is about her and her videos, but when I was like peak depressive episode, she was the only creator that I could watch in the background and feel comforted by. We have kind of a different reading genre preference, but she could talk about any book and I'm sitting there listening to her. Her little intro, Alexa Ray, literally it's like ingrained in my brain. I'm a stan. I love her. Who else? Who else? Oh, Jen Im. She's like classic OG YouTuber. She has been making the most interesting videos. I mean, always, but ever since she branched out of fashion and really started dipping her toe into all these different topics like reading and AI and motherhood and friendship and being in your 20s and going back to school, all of her videos are so well produced and she does a very good job at making entertaining content without violating her boundaries and giving too much of her personal life away. I love that. I think it's really hard to do and I commend her for it. And also I commend anyone who's doing so much mental work to break generational trauma and generational patterns and be a good parent. So kudos to her. Oh, Paige Sikorsky, duh, love her editing style. I've always loved her editing style. She's a queen, she's gorgean. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with her. Iris Wellen, I really like. She's also based in Dublin? I'm not even gonna say, somewhere overseas. But she's really cool. She has a good editing style too. And her voice is cute. I love an accent, you know? I think that's all for now. I've probably been talking for quite a while, so we'll leave it at that and I'll mention more if I think of them. I think I'm gonna move my body a little bit, maybe do some yoga, maybe do a dance workout. I've been loving it. The best thing I've done for myself recently, not the best thing, but one of the best things I've done for myself recently has been making separate workout playlists. I used to have just one all-encompassing workout playlist and now I have different ones for like different beats per minute and different vibes. Dance workout, cool down, the wind up, weightlifting, cardio, like that has been super helpful. And also I've been really leaning into stretching. I've been into yoga for quite some time now, but stretching, just doing a good long stretch after a workout, being present with your body and then meditating afterward is such a good way to thank your body for all of the work that it just did for you and everything it does to keep you alive and healthy. So yeah, see you then. I just realized how much of a mess it looked like behind me that entire time, but I was talking for so long, I'm not gonna refilm that, okay? Please forgive me. I'm a real human being and my apartment honestly arguably looks better than it has for the past couple months. It was looking really rough when I was peak depressive episode. So this is an accomplishment and I'm proud of myself for the way it looks. And this is what you get, you know? This is what happens. And also my bookshelf is messed up because my cat keeps hopping up there every night and knocking things down, so we have to like move things out of his reach. It's a mess. He's just over here napping, making me look insane for saying that he's a menace overnight, which you are. Look, you can literally see those spots you've scratched on the couch. You lie. You're so cute though. Okay, I know I said that I was gonna stay off my phone and I have, but I am gonna check it really quick just because I do need to make sure that my partner is safe and got to work safely. So I'm just gonna do that really quick. Full transparency. Look, I'll even record the whole time so you can see. Yep, done. We're done. We're done. Super quick. Man.
I'm trying to paint.
Your sensuality.
I do not want to throw your ball. I'm sorry.
Hello? I did change my clothes in case I got paint on myself. I've been painting for quite a while. I never said I was an artist, but it is fun. I think there's a lot of power in having hobbies without the pressure to be good at them or to monetize them. And with that, I present to you my masterpiece. And girl, if you do not stop putting this ball in my lap, please. Okay, this is really random, but I'm gonna update our meal chalkboard because this has been on my to-do list for probably like 2 weeks now. It's been like 2 or 3 grocery trips that I've said I'm gonna update it and I don't. And I've done everything else on my checklist. Like I've done the laundry, I've done the dishes, I've done the floors, I've done the bathroom, I've scrubbed the shower, and I can't update the freaking chalkboard. So this is gonna hold me accountable. Also, here's some inspiration for you if you would like a cute way to spice up your kitchen and also make sure that you're using your groceries and remembering what you have to make. Chalkboard paper, put it in your kitchen. It's super renter friendly. You can just take it off when you move. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Beautiful, and it only took like 2 minutes. Thank you. All right, my friends, we have arrived at the end of our morning together, I fear. I would love to keep this vlog going all day, but truthfully, this is becoming a little bit counterproductive because I'm really stressing out about the phone calls I have to make and I just want to get them done. I'm a really big eat the frog person, so maybe this was not the best day to do this. Maybe I should have let today be one of the days where the first thing I did was make a phone call, but nonetheless, I have no regrets. Just let that be a reminder to take what you see online and tweak it to meet your needs. Tailor it to you and your life, because my life is not the same as your life or anybody else's life. I also have no idea what time it is, but I'm pretty sure it's the afternoon already, just based on what it looks like outside. So technically this is no longer a morning together, but let's go over some pros and cons. So first, let's start with the cons, that way we can end on a positive note. Cons. One, that I was worried about my partner getting to work and I felt like I couldn't check my phone as someone with anxiety, and I think just generally as a person who cares about someone else, which is a pretty universal experience. It is worrisome to not feel like you can check your phone and make sure that that person is safe. So I definitely broke the rule there because, you know. And then of course, not being able to make the administrative phone calls that I wanted to make, but I can always do that as soon as this is over. So that is not really a con, it's more so just a con because it's stressing me out generally. I would also say not being able to track when I took my medication. It's fine for 1 day only, but I definitely wouldn't want to do this every day because I can't guarantee that I'll remember to track it later. Like I'll remember today because it's a 1 day thing, but I don't want to get in the habit of not tracking that I took my medication in my health app. Another con was not being able to track my water intake, but that's really not that big of a deal because I really only started doing that like yesterday, truthfully, because I realized you can do that in the health app. And I'm not a big tracker. I try not to be for the sake of having a healthy relationship with things, but I just got in the thought of it yesterday because the health app will tell you if anything you're doing is contradictory to your medications, which water is not going to, but I saw it there and I was like, let me use it. And also, like, I do be drinking a lot of water and sometimes I do want some validation for doing that, you know? Like if I'm doing the work already, I might as well get a notification saying you did great today. Validation is a slippery slope, but anyways, now let's move over to the pros, shall we? First pro that I will definitely say is I just did a yoga practice. I didn't film much of it because that's kind of contradictory to the point of yoga. I wanted to be present, of course, but it was nice because I went ahead and extended not having access to my phone to also not having access to my Apple Watch. And again, I try to be really careful with the things that I track to maintain healthy relationships with nutrition and exercise and my sense of self. So it was nice to do some sort of movement that won't be logged anywhere. I don't know how long I was doing it for. I don't know how much energy it exerted out of me. I have no idea. And that's great. That's honestly, it's great. I think we all need to do that a little bit more. I'll also say it was a positive not having access to my YouTube feed. I have been in a weird habit. I don't really have the habit of checking social media in the morning. I broke that quite a long time ago, but I have been in the habit of checking YouTube right when I wake up. And I think it's just because I've been in such a creative place ever since I've started feeling a little bit better. Granted, mental health is a lifelong journey and there are ebbs and flows. Some days are better than others, and I am still generally in recovery, but thankfully we're in an upward trajectory. Anyways, I'm feeling really creative. So the first thing I want to do is open up this app and see all the things that people are creating. But I worry that that'll cause me to have burnout sooner than I otherwise would have. So I think it's a positive that I couldn't do that today. Another positive is that I got out of bed much quicker. This past week, I have been laying in bed for like an hour after I wake up, just on my phone. And it's not unproductive things, like I'll lay there and do a 15-minute meditation or a 20-minute meditation. I'll cuddle with my dog. I will do my Duolingo app, which, by the way, I have the longest streak on right now that I ever have in my life. Thank you very much. But yeah, I think there's been pros and cons, and I'm glad I did this. I know that it's not realistic for a lot of people. You know, if you work a 9 to 5 or have responsibilities, children, you know, it's not really realistic to not look at your phone for hours. But I encourage you, if nothing else, to take from this video the inspiration to do one thing for yourself that is a little bit challenging, but a lot good for you. So my camera battery is blinking at me and it is gonna shut off any second. So with that, I leave you my love and my gratitude for being here and for existing. And again, I feel better about the world knowing that there are people who resonate with the things I care about in it out there. So anyways, bye. See you soon. Take care.
Late at night, you tossed and turned us